Hello, my name is Hunter. I am speaking out about a white supremacist cult in my community that has been targeting my life for years. These people follow me job to job and they pretty much mentally abuse me. They pretty much try to trauma bond me. They just completely ignore me and then try to make me feel like they're not doing anything to me. Um, Now, back at the last few jobs I had and everything, I pretty much they told me and showed me who they were, and then I didn't react the way that they wanted me to. Just kind of stayed silent about it, and they would just pretty much not include me in anything. They would just like pretty much play these mind games with me and pretty much smile in my face and pass false rumors behind my back, make me feel like I'm in the wrong somehow, even though I've done nothing wrong. I've done nothing but try to help these people and be kind to these people. So I keep saying this in my videos. On July 12th, 2025 is a perfect example. If anything happens to me, look at the videotape at this pizza place that I'm working at. Look at what they pretty much said and did to me, because I called out one of the employees because of the symbolism he was wearing that has to do with his cult. And I was surrounded by three individuals, one being the store manager. And pretty much I was, doing my own thing in the back. I was prepping for the business for the day. And I was called up to help. And there was no reason for them to call me up and help because they had three people there. They didn't need my help. But they called me up anyway. And then when I went to go help, pretty much I was attacked. These people literally caused a problem and then made it seem like it was my fault. And I was watching the store manager and he was just ignoring it. And I pretty much just looked at the guy that called me over to attack me, and I was just, yeah, I see the symbolism, and I told him that I loved him, and I was like, I don't have hate in my heart, and pretty much then I looked over at the store manager who's still ignoring the situation, and I was like, do you see this? And then that's when he came over and pretty much told me that no matter where I go, they're always going to be at the jobs I go to, trying to intimidate me. And they play it off in the cameras like they're not, targeting me. But if you felt what I felt in that moment and the things that were being said to me, if you hear the things that were being said to me, it was clearly targeted against me. And this was after I had talked to the store manager telling him that, I felt attacked at work. And if you saw and I don't believe it's her fault. I'm sure that these people were in her ear whispering lies about me, getting her to turn against me for no reason. Because that's what these people do. They pretty much go around either twisting your words or just completely lying about your character behind your back. And it's gotten to the point where the entire store, all my coworkers don't even talk to me. And that's abuse in its own, because when I was a store manager, I pretty much, if I saw anybody that was left out, I always went to that person and I always, checked on them to see if everything was all right and if there was anything I could do for them. And I ended up making those employees some of the best employees and opening them up and pretty much, getting them out of their shell. Well, I'm not a store manager anymore, so I can't do that with myself. So I pretty much told them that, I'm just going to come into work. I'm going to wear my headphones. And if you all want anything from me, I'm here to help. And they took that as pretty much they're going to ignore me. And they're not going to ask for my help. And they're not going to help me in any kind of way. Trying to mentally abuse me. And these people will still smile in my face. And sometimes they'll ask me if I'm doing all right, but it's only for show. It's only to pretty much make sure that people see that they're, you know, saying the things that they're saying to me. It's a show. And every once in a while they'll give me a high five or a fist bump, and then they'll abuse me. They'll sit there, they'll mess up my orders on purpose. They'll pretty much overwork me to the point where I get frustrated. And I don't get as frustrated as these people would like me to. And I noticed that when the AC went out, and it had been out for months, and I finally caught on to what they were trying to do, because what they were trying to do is they were scheduling me for like 55, 60 hours a week, making me work more than the average employee, and playing these little games with me to pretty much frustrate me so that they can either. And I've kind of noticed that what they're doing now is they're gang stalking me. And they're pretty much trying to find anything against me, trying to blackmail me. Because that's what a lot of these companies are doing, is instead of respecting their employees, they're literally gathering information to use against them for no reason. For no reason at all, other than control. And I kind of caught on to this, and they see that I'm catching on to this and everything. And I tried to say something to one of the managers about, nobody talking to me. And they're just like, I don't have any bad blood against you. Like, being super defensive over it. Because that's the thing, is they want me silent. They don't want me talking to anybody. Because they know what they've been doing to me is wrong. So they want me silent. So if I try to, speak up for myself in any kind of way, they make me feel like it's just all in my head. And that's the whole point. That is the whole point. And it's abusive. These people are sick. These people will literally get close to you, betray you, and then pretty much make you feel like it's all in your head. It's disgusting. And the thing about it is, if you look at the cameras, like, most of the time, like, nobody talks to me. Nobody talks to me at all. And I go up to these people and I talk to them and I ask them questions. And then when somebody else comes in, they're, having these great conversations with them. Pretty much making me feel like I'm worthless. And these people have literally made me feel like, if I leave, they're going to call the police on me. And I haven't done anything wrong. They did that to the last store manager. Apparently, the last store manager, he tried to put in his 2 weeks. And the new district manager pretty much threatened him and called the police on him for trespassing. Because they were trying to entrap him. Because that's what most of these companies are doing. They're literally trying to entrap, trauma bond employees, because they can't keep employees and they can't keep good employees. And I work very hard. And they know that I work very hard. And they literally try to corrupt me. They literally try to pretty much influence me to do bad things. And then when I don't take the bait, they just pretty much go around, oh, he just thinks he's so perfect. It's abuse. That's what a lot of people are going through right now, is abuse at work. Because a lot of people are starting to realize that, these companies don't care for us. These companies literally care, they just don't care about us. All they care about is the profit that they make and that they have a body there to work. And if you try to either move on from these companies or try to better your life, these people will literally try to make you feel worthless. And nobody deserves to go through that. Nobody. Like, I just want to go to work and go home. And if I want to go to another job, these companies shouldn't be telling me that they're going to be at every job that I go to. Because a lot of these companies, they know each other. And in order to protect their image from disaster, if like somebody like me that knows the abuse that they put people through, they try to make people look the exact same as the company they were at before. Literally playing God in people's lives. Literally trying to control people's images. Pretty much telling the next company, oh, this is what bothers him. This is his tics. And then pretty much following through with how you were in the last company and literally controlling your life. I've done nothing to these people. I've been nothing but a hard worker and a loyal worker. And because these people don't want to let me live comfortably, these people have tried to take everything away from me as punishment for not complying, whatever that means. I thought complying was working hard and having the customers love you. I thought that was complying, but obviously it's not. Because that's the thing, is everywhere I go, most customers love me. Most customers have nothing but good things to say about me. And most people I work with usually love me. Until they start passing these nasty rumors around that aren't true. And then they get everybody to turn on me. And then they just try to make me feel like it's all in my head. That's disgusting. And it's because I know who they are. And it's because I know the abuse they've done to people. I mean, I heard about people, like, working at some of these companies and literally offing themselves. And that's exactly why I make these videos. Because if anything happens to me, these people were involved. Because they know that I know. They know that I can see. And they don't like that. And then you got these companies like wondering why they can't find hard workers. Why they can't find skilled workers. It's because the hard workers and skilled workers are starting to realize that they're not going to get anything in return. That you're just going to come in their lives and try to make them feel worthless. And the thing about it is I kind of slowed down a little bit, and they're trying to make me feel bad for it. Why should I feel bad for working my ass off and then getting treated like garbage? Why should I feel bad about that? So now they're trying to make me feel like it's all in my head. It's a cult. They all know each other. And they don't want their secrets to come out, and I get it. I never wanted to expose anybody. But what they've put me through, these people have literally gate kept my life and stopped my forward movement. It's disgusting. And then they'll smile in my face and try to give me gift cards here and there. Like, that's going to make it. What are you going to do to give back the years on my life that you've stolen from me? How are you going to repay me for that? And they're not. They're not. It's disgusting. These people are sick. These people are not right in the head. And if I try to speak out about it, they're just going to tell people that I'm not right in the head. It's disgusting. This is literal crime against humanity. If not slavery. Like, people just want to live comfortable lives. People just want to go home after a hard day's work. Most people want to live an honest day's work. And then if you, I don't even know the word for it, if you don't not see what's going on, if you see what's going on, they just make you feel like it's all in your head. And then they get everybody to turn against you. And then pretty much if you try to speak anything about it, they, start playing these mind games with you. And I just have a feeling in my heart that this is going to come to an end. Like, people see what's going on. Especially these younger generations, they see what's going on. Why else do you think that they're not working as hard as people used to? It's not that they can't. It's just they don't want to have to go to work and get treated like they're nothing. They don't want to have all this stress to the point where they're literally being made felt like there's something wrong with them when there's nothing wrong with them. But that's the thing, is these companies will literally say that, oh, Gen Z is hard to work with. No, they're not. If anybody's hard to work with, it's the companies right now. They're hard to work with. It's like they don't see that people are struggling right now. They don't see that when inflation went up and when minimum wage went up, everybody started struggling. Like, from what I heard, like, everybody is just one car repair away from being broke. Everybody. Except for these owners of these companies and these managers that are pushing this control tactic that's literally hurting people's mental healths. But they don't care. And then they wonder why their employees don't care. What is it? Monkey see, monkey do? Like, they would rather drive somebody to the brink of being crazy than to let them live their lives comfortably. They would rather emotionally manipulate somebody to the point where they think something's wrong with them than let people live their lives comfortably. They will literally make somebody go broke than to let them live their lives and be able to afford simple housing and a vehicle. These people literally want us to live without anything. And it's never been like that. It's never been like this at all. And the best that they can come up with is Gen Z is hard to work with or hard to deal with, whatever they want to say. No, you are literally like stopping the younger generation from being able to survive by forcing them to grind out work just to live paycheck to paycheck. When in the past, most people were able to afford a house. Most people were able to buy a car. Most people were able to live comfortably. And now you got Gen Z living in their cars or struggling to move out of their parents' house. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. Because it doesn't make sense. And all I keep thinking of is of these companies, they're going to reap what they sow. Because I just have a feeling in my heart that, they're going to either be exposed or they're going down. I love everybody. I don't have hate in my heart. I want to see everybody do well. But from what I've seen is these companies do not want people to do well at all. They want people begging for scraps. They want people working 3 jobs so that they won't be able to get on their feet. That's what I see, at least. Like, people used to just be able to work 1 job and provide for a family, put a roof over their heads. And now people can't do that. It's almost impossible. Thank you.